So in previous case study we discussed there is a lot of the things you shared, there is many of the concepts with the real case studies and then the scenarios presently, so what we are facing, so especially in that food industry. So even now I want to add up there is that one point with the previous case study. Now in both the boys and the girls hostel, the management decided the food wastage things should be collected. So for that presently what they are doing, so before supplying the food they are weighing the quantity of the food, so how much of the kgs is prepared, and after the breakfast or the lunch time and then dinner after the completion of this food time, and the rest of the food that has been weighed, and now they said the food wastage that has been improved, so after the repeated instructions to them to reduce the food wastages. So all these things, the data science and then the data analytics is giving the good support to us. So now we have to go with another one type of sets is called, that is the big data analysis. So in today's world, so we need big data. So because everywhere we are having that internet and then everyone having that mobile, so every people are handling data every day, either knowingly or unknowingly. So the government is asking the data, so where you are studying there, they are asking the data. So wherever you are travel, the data is for you, for the every government, and then every situations. So we need that's that data. So now with that scenario, either that Flipkart or that Twitter or X or that WhatsApp, Facebook, so that people are dealing with so many data in present day. So many people are creating the login for a certain time interval, and then so the people are working these scenarios. So in this case we have to be taking into the consideration to think about the need of the big data and how we have to be handling the big data. So now we have that one quite discussion how this big data is going to be supported in the process of data analysis and then so data science.
Hi, I'm Adira. So like sir said, everything is based on the networks, and also in this digital world everything was rolled upon swiping and this adding something like that. So in this big data we are storing many data. Instead of storing this many data, we use the big data, and based upon that we can use the velocity and the value upon the story, and so we can think something more different, that using this big data in a pulse care hospital. So we know that the doctors are using the reports, prescriptions, everything as a data. So data may be somewhat lost because the patients also will be more in this pulse care hospital. So using this big data, we can make somewhat changes in this hospital management. So next will be continued by Helena.
The data sources, they use the patient's health records, example, the health band and the temperature sensors and emergency logs. For example, every smartwatch could send a heart rate at every minute. That's big data is huge, fast and complex. Hashtag.
So now we have to say that data analyzation is used for in hospitals, as she said. They used to predict how many people and which people are with high blood pressure or high fever for the next oncoming days or the next days coming. So this will be helpful for the doctors to be prepared and continue their work with the preparations. Next week continue.
So from the data analytics use, the benefit observed was the waiting time in the hospital was reduced by 50%, and also the doctors had earlier access to the records. And for the patient side, for the diabetes and heart issues, they have earlier alerts before things got worse.
As they said, the pulse care is not going to stop. So these data with big data is going to combine with AI. So these data is being collected because the patients who are coming can get the alert before
Okay. So very good discussion. That's a nice presentation. The thing is, so what she said that the volume and velocity that has been increased dramatically at every moment. So for handling all this data, we are having the good infrastructure. So like in the cloud, we are having the elastic cloud, and then in the elastic cloud, we are having so many instances. Either the Google or the Amazon they are doing. So now the creation of the infrastructure is not only a big thing. Instead, we need that is a very good algorithm to handle all this big data. So very good, nice session. So thank you all. So thank you.